Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Now, I want you guys to go and look at the interview that was done on Fox today with Donald Trump. And I want you guys to pay very close attention to that interview and listen to how many times Catholics was mentioned in this interview. Now, I don't know if you guys watched my video that I posted a week ago about Opus Dei, which is a Catholic cult. And when you start thinking about it, when you think about Opus Dei, when you think about the Catholics, and you think about all those people that were involved, a lot of the people that were involved in the freak offs, go look them up. Catholics, Roman Catholics. Now, if you are a Catholic, I'm not coming for you. I'm not coming for you. I'm not coming for the Jews. None of that. I'm coming for the people that are actually involved in this cult. And if you are a Catholic, you may want to reconsider considering how everything was founded and what it was founded on. Because it has absolutely nothing to do with the Most High. It has everything to do with power, manipulation, and control, indoctrination. And if you look up the Opus Dei, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. And again, look at this video. I'm just going to have a clip of it because it really pissed me off about what he said about the schools and the public schools and how they raised all this money for the Catholic schools. This is one big freaking cult. So when it comes down to it, the whole elections and all of that, it's not about the Most High. It's absolutely not about the Most High. Because you know what? Your connection is with God. It's spirituality. This is not about that. This is about people being in control and having all this money. And again, like if you are a Catholic and you're just a good old regular person, you're really not even considered. Honestly, you're not considered. If you wasn't part of that dinner last night, it reminded me, because literally they talked about Catholics then too last night, but it reminded me of something like from the movie Purge. Like all the top 1% of the people was in that dinner, and everybody else can go to hell because it's all about the power and the money. Now, if it was a purge, all of those people that was in there, of course they all don't like each other, so some of them will probably purge each other. But they don't give a damn about us. And I think it's time for us to really start paying attention and giving a damn about ourselves. Because when you look at this, it's not about us, the people. It's about those top 1% being in control of the people. It is so deep, y'all, and we really have to start paying attention, because if you are really not part of that 1%, y'all, they don't care about us. And I don't care, and literally, I don't care what color you are, what your nationality is. They don't care. They really don't. And right now, at this point, it's about who's going to be in control. Is it going to be the Catholics or the Jews? And just pay attention to it. And then, Elon Musk, he don't give a damn either. He don't give a damn. That man is about himself. He is greedy. And from my friends in South Africa, he was very racist over there in South Africa. And he left South Africa at the age of 17 because he had a problem with Mandela being the president. That was his whole purpose of leaving. So y'all pay attention. Pay attention, because this is way bigger and we need to pay attention to it.
I watched our rocket ship. You talk about people. This guy is unbelievable. I was on the phone. I'm talking to somebody on the phone, and I'm half falling asleep. An important guy, but a very boring guy. And I'm like this. And the television's sort of like the sound is off. And I see this massive, like 20 story, things like 20 stories tall. And I'm looking. I thought it was a space movie or something.
Yeah.
This guy is so brilliant, and I watch it come down, and you can see it's still in good shape, but it's burned to hell because it was traveling at 10,000 miles an hour, through it's like a piece of fire, and it's coming down. And I said, "Oh man, that's going to crash into the gantry.
This is not good,
Mr. Right?
Right."
And I said, "Well," and then I see the two arms grab it, boom, and it's like perfect. I said, "That could only be Elon." I called. He said, "That was me." So think of it. This guy is campaigning. He is actually campaigning for me in Pennsylvania.
Right.
He thinks that my winning, and a lot of people love him. I mean, he is. You know what he did with that Starlink? How he helped North Carolina
Yes.
It was huge.
and
so
Georgia.
grateful.
I mean, they had no communication.
I was there.
He had it there in record time. I called him. I said, "Could you do?" They asked me, "Do I know him?" Yes, I know. He gave me the nicest endorsement, really, of anybody.
So, Mr.
Having his endorsement meant a lot.
So, Mr. President, we got some viewer questions.
Yeah.
They wanted to set it up for you. Ainsley has the first one.
Well, okay, so this is, she was watching the show yesterday, Paula. She lives in Claxton, Georgia.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you've heard of the Claxton Fruitcake Company,
I have.
the largest fruitcake company in the world.
We get
I
it
think.
every Christmas.
Yeah, they sell them Walmart and all
There is
kinds
no
of
number
Sam's
10.
store.
I want one immediately.
So she's part of the family that produces these fruitcakes, and she had a question for you.
Yeah.
Here's Paula.
Good morning, President Trump. My name is Paula Parker Claxton. My family owns a wholesale and retail fruitcake bakery in Claxton, Georgia. When you're elected President of the United States, what plans do you have to curb the rising cost of operating a small business, inflation, and labor costs?
We're going to get your energy down to the lowest it's been. We're going to get it down by 50% immediately. Those ovens that you use are going to be half price. You will be so happy because I'm bringing it down with energy.
You're going to allow gas ovens?
Energy, and we're going to allow gas stoves, all the gas stoves you want. That's the other thing. They're restricting all the good stuff.
Yeah.
They're restricting it. You're going to have a beautiful gas stove, and you're going to have, mark my words,
Beautiful.
your energy costs will be 50% down. That's going to bring everything else down. You're going to love Trump.
Terrific. Mr. President, that event you were at last night raises millions of dollars, a lot for, Catholic schools here in the New York City area. We've got a question from Anthony in Wisconsin, a swing state, and it's about school choice. Listen to this.
I am Anthony from Appleton, Wisconsin. I have high-functioning autism, but my autism means I am only allowed to go to public schools that teach things and promote things against my values and faith. This makes life hard and confusing. When you become president, what can you and JD Vance do to help other students like me to have a choice of schools?
School choice.
Well, thank you very
What a smart
much. And it's
kid.
all about school choice. That's one of the biggest things on my platform. It's about school choice, and it's also, we're going to get it out of Washington. If you look at our schools, we spend more per pupil than any other country. Norway, Sweden, Denmark, I hate to say this, China, can you believe? Top 5. They have great school programs. We are number 40, which is sort of like at the bottom of the list. We spend more per pupil than we're moving it all out of Washington, and we're going to let the states run the schools. So you give the schools to Iowa, they're going to be another Norway. It's going to be great. You give them to so many different states. Indiana, they're dying to do it. They can do it for less than half, and you will have those states competing with the best.
Get rid of the Department of Education.
It's going to go.
Right.
And every building in Washington, you go by Department of Education. I'm going to have one person working there, maybe with a secretary. I don't mean a secretary.
You want it all. You want it all to be local now.
Stenographer, because we want to make sure they're teaching English, right? Let's say reading, writing, and arithmetic.
None of the books.
Not transgender. We're not going to be heavy.
What about our history? Well, and
all of that. Absolutely.
Mr. President, the key about school choice is there are a lot of people who would love to be able to take the money that they put into taxes and put it into a different school, not the public school, but the Catholic school, the private school,
like Arizona.
Yeah.
So, Mr. President, we got a question.
And you're on board with that.
School choice is one of the most important things we're going to be doing.
Absolutely.
Because we have the worst. think of it, out of 40, we're number 40. And yet we're number 1 when it comes to spending per pupil. Does that sound good?
Well, there's a bill that just passed the Ways and Means Committee. It could pass in your first 100 days as president. It sounds like you'd sign it.
I would sign it. Anything to do with school choice, also.
Okay.
But also, separate from school choice, we're going to take the Department of Education, close it. I'm going to close it. We'll have one person, could be you if you decide to retire.
Okay.
Mr. President, here's what bothers
Central Casting.
here's what bothers me about that. So let's say you have a liberal city, let's Los Angeles, San Diego, and they just decide we're going to get rid of that history. We got new history. This is America built off the backs of slaves on stolen land, and that curriculum comes in.
Then we don't send them money.
And you think they give a damn about y'all?
We would save half of our budget.
Okay.
And we're going to send. But if they want to do that,
Because you do lose control when you go lower.
We've lost control. We're number 40. We're last on the list. Okay. We're the worst there is, and we spend more money than. And a lot of states, look, you know what's going to happen. The states that are well run now, like, I don't want to say specifically but you take Indiana. It's so nice. No debt, everything is good. Our beautiful Iowa, right, that I win every time. Take every one of those states. So let's say out of the 50, we have close to 40 like that. Then you have the laggards run by guys like Gavin Newsom, who is, you probably won't do as well there, but there you have to watch it a little bit more.
Right.
But no, if they want to get cute, then you don't send them the money.
Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And thanks for watching.